Hello, this is Sekhet, and we're still playing some vanilla Minecraft. Last time, let me turn the shaders on, make it look all fancy. Last time we did quite a bit of work on the house behind us, the exterior. We still have a bit more to do, and we put the basics of this tower in our field of view from the house, so we have something to look at. We have a little bit more to do there. But yes, hello. The last thing we did was we built this water wheel for a sawmill, and I will work some more with that. I've started to get a building going back here, and I did not finish this window. Using some nether brick fence just for a little something different, and I think the color actually works really well with the pale oak. Like, I'm not completely happy in here just yet. What I want down here is for it to look like there's some kind of a setup for running logs along to these saws and sawing them out here so the sawdust can go all over the place, and it's just a little indoor-outdoor thing. I'm thinking about what that might look like. So, taking these oak trap doors, and we're gonna see what it would look like if we tried to make like a track up top. Okay, so we kind of put trap doors all around that diorite and then took out the diorite. Now what we'll do here is we're gonna have one like ready to go. So we'll have chains there. And chains there. Yeah, just like that. And then we're gonna build another track over here and see if we can't make it look like a log's already gone through. Now this one is actually down one from the other, and I think that's fine. We can have two different heights for maybe two different purposes. Also makes it look a little more interesting visually, but then I don't know exactly how. Guess I have enough oak on me, don't I? Not exactly sure how we should go about this out here. Maybe what we will do is we'll get like this, strip it. Now here's how it's gonna look from, as we're walking along here. That's about what I want. The top section under the eaves is a little dark. I might switch that out for some oak. And then the roof is similar to our roof here. I think it looks a little better, honestly, over there. The inside is not super exciting, but we do have our little tracks for the lumber to come in and get cut up. The next thing we're gonna want is a crane so that we could pick wood up off a barge and deposit it into some kind of a yard over here eventually. So I think we're gonna be putting the crane like right here. Now we have the base here. It's not bad. This is what the crane is going to sit on, which is what I'm starting to think about now. We're gonna want it on kind of a big wheel so that it looks like it can spin around. Okay, so we have a wheel with a bottom. Looks like it can spin around on. Now the next thing we need is a station for whoever is going to be operating this thing to operate it. I thought about building up by 2 there, but that feels a little big. So this won't precisely connect, but I think people will get the idea. Okay, so we'll turn free cam on and get a nice close look at it first. It's not too complicated. Some oak trapdoors, we got a counterweight in the back. Couple of circular gear parts, we got chain hanging down, we got a big basket. And we can haul things off of barges, and we're gonna have to build a barge. And, deposit them into what is going to be a lumber yard over here. We're gonna have to clear out some more of these trees. Now let's get out of free cam. Turn our shaders back on. And during the daytime, this will hopefully, if we're coming around here, we're looking at our sweet boat. Okay, yeah. Alright, they're not the most complicated structures, but actually add a lot over there, and I think that's enough detail on the crane. I don't want to go too overboard. I'll have to check it out at night too. Alright, sun's going down. The shadows in this shader are really pretty dramatic. Like, we got the individual rays, and we'll see the shadows go. Let's see how this looks. Alright, shadows are creeping up it. Could use some light down in the place where the person's supposed to stand, where the operator's supposed to be, but should be safe. Shouldn't get spawns on it. Let's run around the corner here real quick and see how it feels coming around. Oh my goodness. What's going on down here? Alright, I'm just gonna cheaty cam this. Let's see. Oh, they're down there, for crying out loud. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Come around. And we start to see it as we come around the corner. See the shape of the mill. The mill could be a little brighter. It's actually a lot brighter with the shaders off. That may just be the rain doing that. We'll have to take a look during a non-rainy night. It's a little short, isn't it? It's okay. It'll get down there to where we'll have a barge. Now I think we're going to take a break from the base and maybe finish this building up. See what else we want to do out here. I've gone around the outsides of these. And the front is obviously the focal point, right? You're going to be standing in what will be the square. But I did add just a little bit to the back. We've got some, shutters, just a couple of things around the windows, on the side. I tried a couple different things. A lot of them didn't work. That's okay. Excuse me. But these are coming out all right. They've got a lot of room for testificates on the inside. The next thing I wanted out here was some kind of like a tavern or an inn, and I started with a very large one, and it was just too big. So I broke it all the way down, and now I've just got this little shell here. And I think it's fine, size-wise. I think it's going to be to scale with everything else, except for that thing, which is going to be very big, and that's going to be some... I don't know how we're going to tie that in with everything else. Maybe a lot of stuff in front of it. But I think we got a shape here. It's a weird shape. It's an even number across. Let's see how it comes out. Okay, so I've filled in walls for a ground floor. We're going to have to adjust them. But a lot of this, some of this is going to be window and some of it's going to be covered. We're going to make this one 1 block lower than the houses at least. 2 blocks lower than some of them. The idea is this will be a, kind of a low-ceilinged, smoky room, like an early building that got built. Make it look nice and rustic, best we can. Okay, it's not bad. Could use something in the back. The back is a little plain. Maybe we'll put something back here. We're gonna want to mask this in some way too. That's pretty simple on the inside. I have not put any barrels down in this village yet, because I didn't want a million fishers. Hello. But I think now would be a good time to get some of those guys, and then up here, still could use a little bit of work, but we got another 8 beds up here, which is the real goal. The other thing that I've been doing, it's up here, is I've been working on masons. Never really messed with masons because I usually play modded, and there's all kinds of options for materials, but I've got stone cutters down there, and as they take the job block, I break one of these and push him in there, and then we got our mason. This is the stuff that I'm looking for, and the dripstone. Now I don't have to worry about dripstone, but the terracotta is going to save us a lot of time, especially stuff like black. It's great. And we will eventually, once I fill this and figure out which ones we definitely want to keep, we will build a better stone cutter building, like a mason hall or something, because the closest I ever want to get to villager jail is the library up there. Okay, now we're going to do something completely different. There's a trial chamber up here. There it is. Let's make ourselves a little space here. I've already died once. I was flying with F3 on, and I guess I didn't have many hearts from several crash landings, and I had to fly back out, get the stuff. Fortunately, I got it all. Always good to have extra elytras. Now, where is the bed? Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. We have plenty of... Let me get set up here. Alright, clever me, I remembered to put my chest plate on, too. Okay. Okay, yeah, it started. We're just gonna come up here and give them a hard time. Oh boy, they're coming, huh? Oh. What's going on? Like, how did I end up with my, I must have pressed the wrong button or something. Okay, there's like spiders and stuff. I'm just gonna stay up here with these guys until it stops. I think a lot of them are giving each other trouble down below. I hear stuff clinking. That's gotta be like breeze stuff, right? My goodness. Okay, we got... Where's my bow for crying? How did I manage all of that? Alright, we're going to eat. My goodness. Oh, it's just all of the spider webs, huh? Come on, you. The both of you. And you. And there's gotta be more, right? Gotta be more. There's a key. It's a trial key. That's good. How are we gonna get back up there? Was I smart enough to bring blocks? I was. Well, those things are still making a racket, aren't they? Okay, so we have the trial omen for like an hour. So I'm just gonna start cleaning this place out. Oh. My goodness. I did not see a single vault. Well, in that that last trial chamber. So we are at another one. And I already see one. I'm sure this will go... Oh, there are the breezes. Okay. Here we go. I thought I recorded some of this the last time, but I don't think I did. They're quite hard to deal with. Especially to suddenly find yourself poisoned? Really? Well, we're not poisoned for very long, that's good. But yeah, they really knock you around. I don't know if there's like a trick to them that I'm not getting. They're pretty challenging. Okay, we still got the odd arrow raining down on us, but let's go ahead, open our first vault. Alright. Oh, there's that other skeleton. I was wondering why this thing was still going off. Alright, we'll have to put some stuff away and then do some more looting. We got our first ominous key. Doot, 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 doot. Harsh. Okay, we found another one. Where's the key? There it is. No whammies. Diamonds. Crying out loud. Okay, we finally got another ominous key. Probably gonna be my last try for today. Yeah, I guess that heavy core is pretty rare. Still, at least we know about where to start with these trial chambers in terms of finding places that actually have the vaults, as opposed to the ones closer to our base, which do not. It is the next day for me. Yesterday, I finally did a little work and hooked up our nether hub here to the end portal, or to the stronghold, really. It goes to the end portal, but it was still the old way of getting there. It was like this little mess from the old portal. That was back in our little mine house. So that's nice. The end has been hard to get to. That's no longer true. Okay, got another building. This changed as I was building it, and I didn't really have a plan. I looked at a couple drawings of, like, I was like Googling medieval store, and I saw something that really reminded me of, yes, hello, of the bakery from Townsman, and the similar structure from some of the Settlers games, with like where the bakers come out and there's a big outdoor oven that they put all their bread and stuff on to bake. There was a slope back here that I had to deal with, and I'm still kind of dealing with it a little bit, but instead of going too crazy on this wall, I did another cherry tree a couple blocks up from where it would normally grow with the little dirt pillar trick. And then put another little facade and some beds down there. I moved all the stuff from just kind of a pile up there in the village to under the pumpkin farm. We're going to be keeping this pumpkin farm, but we have to do something with the outside of it. It's disgusting. It works great. I mentioned it when I built it, but this is something I saw Zumavoid build in earlier Hermitcraft season, like 7 or something. It's just redstone dust on top of observers with pistons, and the observers detect the stems updating when a pumpkin grows and fires off all the pistons, and as a minecart picks them up and drops them off. This has been the source of all of our emeralds. And although this is just a giant square, we're going to have to figure out something to do with it to make it look like it fits in. And we also need a permanent place to set up so I don't have to keep breaking the bed so the villager doesn't steal it. Now I've taken the pumpkin farm and I built a very simple shape around it. I've got it set back as a big box behind, and then flush the stone here. I'm still not completely sure about this gradient. I'm probably going to continue to move these, the mossy cobble, the pale moss, and the tuff around. Maybe try some different blocks. It's not terrible. Like if you come out, especially where it's set back, it actually looks pretty good. It looks good in the shadow. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. We'll keep working on it. So the next thing to do is an entrance. Now, we may do this in both places. Like this entrance, which is gonna, go up here, not down here. And then we may do the same thing over here. What I want to do is come out and then have a stairway that goes part of the way down, and then another stairway that goes off to either side. That should be more compact if we do it properly. We shall see. Okay. Get out of free cam. That's the sort of thing that I was talking about. We'll come over here, check it out in the free cam. Just a nice split staircase, so it's not, we're going to do the same over here. Like, this looks awful. But now we've got the villagers out of here. I'm going to be doing more to this, but at least we're not staring at a giant pumpkin farm all the time. So I've torn down a few of their houses to make room, among other things, for the staircase. We're going to start thinking about adding some more buildings for them, and I think the first thing we're going to put in is some kind of farmhouse. I built the foundation. Just got cherry wood, a little bit of cobble, a little bit of mossy, a little bit of the pale moss. And we're going to do a second floor. We're going to want some pink in here, some pink and white. Okay, I've got the shaders off. You can see a little better. We have a very basic structure here. This is going to be some kind of something. storage for the farm, maybe. Now, up here, this is very simple. These are just 3 7x7 squares. Probably seen me build these before in mod packs just for simple starter houses, but what we've done is instead of extending them out on the corners to give them some shape, I thought I'd try just moving this out a little bit and then building the second story. Okay, so we have the basic shape, and then we've got this coming off on the end and to give the roof a little bit more interest. The basement is too tall. We are going to have to do something about that to make this look a little bit less flatly vertical. So we're going to add some detail and some landscaping and see how we do. This is how underneath the pumpkin farm is coming along. We've still got our chests here. And we built in some storage. This, of course, is going to be covered up top. And I decided to go with trapdoors. Mostly because that was the lowest profile block that I could get under the levers here. Speaking of which, I don't hear that thing running again. Did something happen again? No, it's running. Cool. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to have this out to here, and then we're going to drop down a level so that we can have a mine entrance and start getting into these caves. Because it's like, this is why there are... There we go. This is why there are 9 million iron golems everywhere. There's just caves and caves and caves, and the zombies come up. So there's that. Alright, here's the basics. We spend so much time down here just making stuff, and of course this is where we keep our bed, that it really is worth doing. I may add some things, I may not, we'll see. But what we are going to have is a mine entrance over here, because we constantly need cobble, and I want a convenient place to get it. So anyway, here's the basement. We'll have to start thinking about up top pretty soon. But while I've been doing this, I've been diligently trading for terracotta with our masons, and we're going to go back to work on the house we were building. I haven't done too much in here. Just enough so that if, we're flying by or we're up high enough to be looking in the windows, there's something to see through them, besides the opposite wall. It's subtle. It's I don't usually even notice it, but I appreciate it when I do, and I think it helps me a lot, even when I'm not necessarily aware of it. It helps with immersion. And I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I don't really have a sense of how long this episode is. We've been a little spotty with the episodes lately and concentrating on vanilla because next week we are pulling off an interstate move. So we'll be back to normal programming in a few weeks. Until then, we'll be playing some vanilla. We won't be leaving this world behind either. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.